Hello, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, I still haven't replaced the thumbnail because I'm scared to do it because we've had a pretty good turnout the last couple of days, and I don't want to mess up anything that's going on in that algorithm right now to bring us back to our glory. I think we got up to, like, someone said we got to 240 or something yesterday, concurrent viewers. And the day before, we got to, like, 150 maybe? Something like that. We may have gotten higher than that the day before. I don't know, but YouTube, like, reset something. Awesome. Thanks so much, Adam.
For the Bretonia campaign.
That's awesome. That helps out a ton, man. Thank you. Anyone else that would like to sponsor some content on the channel, you can just email me at thestratchprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know. He's sponsored for a specific campaign in Warhammer. I'm happy to do those for you. But I'll also do guides. I know I have a few guides that I still need to finish up. But just let me know what you have in mind. I can do individual champion guides, or if you have a topical guide about something you want to know more about, like a specific matchup, specific itemization questions, macro questions, meta questions, whatever it is, I can probably make a guide for it to help you out. And everyone can always access these guides too. They're always online in a playlist if it's a champion guide or a topical guide. And then if you want to donate, I can also do some champs on stream as well. Right now it's just $10. I'll do a normal game for any champ that you might want to see. So we have lots of ways. If you love the channel, if you want to support it, we have lots of different things that I try to, offer in exchange for that support. Okay. I did finish a Lux guide. I was just going to call it a why is Lux OP right now, but then I figured people would want to know, like, how to play her with kind of this new thing going on.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
Well, might have to dodge this one. This clown's basically saying he's gonna run it down middle unprovoked for no reason, so we'll see. I mean, he's got to be disciplined. So we're getting matched with a bunch of D4s, which this is where it starts actually getting hard. Because D4, like, once you get to D4 around 0 LP, that's the worst. And like Platinum and Diamond, that's the worst place to be. Because those people just do not give a flip anymore. They don't think they're ever going to get demoted, and they just do whatever they want.
Let's light it up.
I mean, this dude is on his main champion. He said he's trolling. Okay, well, that guy was on his main champ, though. Okay, well, now I have to dodge. I was actually thinking about maybe, I've got to dodge. I'm not waiting until 1 second, because sometimes I get placed into those games. So I got to dodge because these idiots. We might. I mean, I might play some other stuff, too. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to play Lux, like, every single game. But my blind pick's going to be Lux. The thing was, like, the Wukong was on his main champ, though. So, they win. They got me to dodge. Wukong probably wanted to jungle or something and didn't get it. Have they released a champion spotlight for Yumi yet? An official one? Sometimes I do. It depends on the matchup, old man. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why you can't report people in lobby if you dodge, specifically. These kids can just hold people hostage. Let me go ahead and, speaking of which, let me go ahead and update the PvE. Just in case we get a 30-minute dodge. Yeah, Yumi's out on the PvE, but you're not going to get her. Unless you have a full pre-made. We can talk about something for a few minutes here. Look at the PvE or the surrender at 20. The jungler was auto-filled last game also. Like, this dude was auto-filled anyways. He never jungles, so. Here for the Lux clickbait. Alright. I mean, it's not like that clickbaity, like. I've been winning a ton on Lux. Like, I had a pretty rough, like, loss, you know, the last week or so. Pretty rough chunk of losses. Then as I got used to playing Lux a little bit more, it was just like, shoo. Last couple of days, just off to the races. Well, the Malphite stuff is not coming out next patch. So they changed it. So like right here, all changes reverted, expect more in the next testing cycle. So they're playing like that Teemo thing with Malphite, and then Teemo is also expected next cycle. I don't know why they need 5 cycles of PvE to test out the Teemo stuff, but I suppose they do. I mean, I don't think we're going to continue that streak straight in a diamond. Like, it's probably going to take a little while. I'm hoping we can. But we'll see. Okay, we got 1 minute. I can look at Yumi's stuff here. I can just talk about Yumi for a second, I suppose. Yeah, the Malphite stuff's off the PvE. The things that I think will be most significant are Essence Reaver, 5 extra AD. It helps Sivir out, where Sivir's already really strong, and the Ginsu's nerf. So Ginsu nerf is going to affect, obviously, Vayne, Master Yi, Sivir, Kai'Sa, or not Sivir, Kai'Sa, Varus, Kog'Maw. So Kai'Sa's super popular, and Vayne is pretty popular as well. So it's going to hurt both those champions quite a bit. They might be able to adapt. I don't know, maybe you could go something like Essence Reaver on Kaisa. Just depends on how much you value the invisibility on the E, like how much you need to evolve that. But I think it'd be very good. She obviously has a lot of abilities that she wants to use. She can wave clear really, really quickly with her missiles. So those are probably the most meaningful changes, I think, on the patch. Conquer is getting nerfed a little bit as well, so going from 10% to 8%. It's 20% down. We'll see. That could be a good across-the-board nerf. Jury's out on the Riven changes. They're actually buffing Soraka, who I think is pretty strong right now. They're buffing Brand kind of randomly, which is cool, I guess. You don't usually get a lot of points in your E, though. I mean, I guess you could max E second now and get a bit more mileage out of it instead of maxing Q. Then Caitlyn and Graves are getting some buffs, so that's good. As far as Yumi goes, I might make a standalone video, just like first impressions tonight about it. I've been trying to watch some like non-all caps footage about it. There's not a lot out there. There's some, but it's usually like all caps are people that are like playing it and have no idea what the abilities even do. So there's not like a lot of like deeper strategic stuff. I mean, I guess that's where I come in when I start thinking about playing her. But not a lot of content creators are talking, you know, are well practiced on the PvE with her and talking about the different combos and situations with her. I think, you know, and they have changed her a little bit, I think, and buffed her here. At least on the PvE, it looks like they buffed her. On her W. Which now it says it's a static cooldown based on level. So I think the challenge with her is you have to like jump off and then auto attack to get your passive and then jump back on. And I wish they made you do this more often. Because I think that would be really cool, like, you know, a cat and mouse game or whatever, where she's really squishy. You have to jump off to use some of your abilities to trigger other things or to empower other things. Because right now, there's really no reason to jump off of somebody unless you want to get that auto attack in for the bop and block. Which I think would be really cool. So, like, if you're hitting your other abilities, maybe... Or maybe it's like when the person you're attached to auto-attacks or something. Maybe when they auto-attack, it lowers the cooldown for so much stuff. I don't know how hard that would be to like, code that, but... The Malphite changes don't look like they're that significant. The biggest thing is the range on the Q. So it's not coming out next patch. We'll see after that. But yeah, right now, I think she just seems gameplay-wise, balance-wise, it's going to be tough because she just sits there, you know, like AFK untargetable, kind of. And I know that, like, one of their goals was to make her a more accessible type of champion for newer players because they've had so many, you know, fairly complicated releases and reworks. We're thinking about, like, you know, Irelia and Aatrox and Akali and things like that, like pretty high skill cap reworks. So this one, I think, was supposed to be intended to be a little bit on the more approachable side for casual sort of players. Yeah, I wish at least you had to hop off and trigger this more often. Another thought would be if you hop off and, you know, auto attack or something like that, maybe it would lower the cooldown of zoomies. But as is, she gets decent mana back, decent shield. So this is, like, interesting for laning phase, I think. Howling Projectile, or Prowling Projectile. This is pretty good for poke, especially later on. That 80% slow is a pretty big deal. So you definitely want to max this first. And that's pretty decent. The thing is, like, this stuff feels really weak to me. Like, you're only getting 130 heal if they're at really low health. Now, you can use that twice, though. It would cost you 200 mana to do that, which is extremely expensive for a heal. Now, decaying over 2 seconds, I don't know how fast that decays. Because Soraka says it decays over 5 seconds, but you really lose like 90% of your speed after like 1.5 seconds. Huh, that's right, Lev. I never even thought of that. But yeah, Yumi is you and me. I think the cooldown's just too long. I mean, even at max level, it takes 28 seconds to get 2 charges of this. I mean, maybe they could do something where you have to hop around to different allies to get, but like maybe every time you hop around, it lowers the cooldown on zoomies or something like that, and the hop costs like 50 mana, something like that. I don't know. This is just so simple though. Like it literally is just completely passive. All it does is it gives a higher percentage of stats to your AP carry. So, and she doesn't have a good 1-point wonder. I always talk about with supports. Like, there's nothing where you can just put 1 point in it and feel good about it. Like, you need multiple points here, definitely, to have this heal meaningful at all. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a 50 heal. So you definitely need points in this. You definitely need points in your Q for this to do anything. So that means you're probably not putting points in your W, which means you're not even giving out that much extra bonus AP. Realistically, you're probably maxing this first and this second. And which means you're losing out on a lot of the potential power of your W. It does nothing at low ranks. It's like 5% trade. I'll stick with Lux. I don't know about this matchup.
Let's light it up.
I mean, I could have done something like Nautilus. It just, to me, it feels like she's gonna get busted up by heavy harassment or all in lane. Like, obviously you can't all in her, but like, what does she do about it if, you know, Blitz hooks her 80 carry or Thresh hooks her 80 carry or whatever? Do we get Katarina? I don't. A few Triss games. Triss was used to counter Sona. Jarvan, what is this dude doing? Tall and rich. Okay. Wait, Liquid Assets got Jarvan. Alright, he's pretty good on Jarvan too. This guy's better, but he has more games under him. We'll play it. Oh, it is Sona Taric. Okay. That's pretty obnoxious. I assumed it was just going to be Sona support, but... Hey, Josh. YouTube hasn't been great about that, but you can click the bell if you want to get notified. And then I also have a Twitter where I'm going to announce whenever I go live as well. That's all I put on Twitter is just whenever I go live streaming. So you can join my Twitter at the Strat Prof. So the Strategy Professor, and then it's just the @ symbol at the Strat Prof. You can figure out about it there. But yeah, I mean, all you can do is click the bell and then just like a bunch of videos of mine, comment on them, and then it'll become a higher priority on your YouTube list. Yeah, so just click the bell and then just like a bunch of the content on the channel, and because YouTube in your feed or your notifications, I think, tries to notify you of things that it thinks you will like the most. So if you're subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels, it prioritizes the ones that you visit the most, that you interact with the most. But if it's still having a problem, like giving you the notifications, you can just follow me on Twitter, and I'll announce it there as well. Oh, sorry, black screen. I got you. Damn it, it does that on the first game. I forgot about that. When it first loads in OBS, I have no idea why it does that or how to fix it, other than just click on it a few times. Damn it, that's gonna slow down my
If you can smile, you can be the light.
Minions have spawned.
The world has seen enough darkness.
Just making sure we're not getting cheese there. Because no one was watching any of the entrances. You can get better at League, sure, Josh, no problem. This takes, you know, just a little bit of awareness, a little bit of practice. You can do it. I mean, will you be challenged? Probably not, but most people won't be either. Maybe. I mean, who knows? But I don't... Oh my god, dude, these minions. But you don't have to be challenger, I don't think, to enjoy. Oh yeah, Tarek is the one last hitting early. Sona's not really harassing that much with her Frostfang. We're gonna try to deny her Frostfang stacks. We just don't give her free hits. That slows them down a lot. Yeah, we're not going to trigger that second Ghost Poro. Well, maybe. Maybe they walk into it. No.
We can do this.
So we should put it a little bit further up, although we pushed them so hard off of that gang. Oof. Oh, it's Nautilus jungle, huh? Just notice that. Okay, I thought she might go for it. I guess there are too many minions there, most likely. They still have heal, I think. I don't want to give her free hits.
been slain.
Josh asks, do I think they'll ever make a Total War 40K game? Maybe. I mean, if they run out of all fantasy stuff, I could see it. I don't know.
Everything.
I don't have a sense of whether or not that would be as successful as fantasy, but I think they're definitely going to try to do non-historical universes with stuff. Because I could see like a Lord of the Rings Total War also. Clearly it's really popular, and you know, people were wondering, oh, like, how are they going to make magic work? How are they going to make this other stuff work? Clearly they found a really good way to do it, so I think they will do other non-historical things. I mean, their last historical, the Thrones Britannia, was a flop. Attila wasn't that popular. Three Kingdoms, we'll see, but there's been delays on it, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting most of their budget towards non-historical stuff. Because Warhammer is a resounding success on all fronts. Huge money. It might have been their biggest earner of all time. So yeah, I think they would explore 40K. I would give 40K a try. I don't know anything about that universe really, but I like Warhammer, and I like it specifically with a bunch of fantasy elements. And the thing that makes like Warhammer so cool to me is all the factions and their different traits are so different. You know, like, it's not like just reskinned, you know, okay, you've got your armored cav, okay, you've got your sword infantry and your spear infantry, you know, it's like, they are actually pretty different. I mean, like, there is difference in swords and spears, but it feels like each faction actually is quite different from the other factions, you know? Like, even with different win conditions. So that's what I think makes it so awesome, is that, like, I've played that game for, like, literally thousands of hours, and it's still really fun to play, because there's so much that's so different. It has such a robust mod community also. Oh, that's too far. Oh, she's not even taking Klepto, though. She's taking... I just noticed that. She's taking Dark Harvest.
Lighting the way.
That's what I love about Chalice. It has such high health regen. What is that? 78 to 68. 81 to 68, basically, team farm. Yeah, so I'd say they'll give it a roll.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
Enemy killing spree.
Damn it, this Katarina's getting worked. Dead. Oh, the minions almost got her.
The thing about light is, it never really dies.
An enemy has been slain.
Multi-kill.
Double kill.
Triple. Okay, nice.
Keep believing.
I'm not usually using my Q that much. I'm only using it for kills. Or for potential kills. I'm using E a lot. You might have them confused. I've probably cast like 5 Qs or less this game.
Pushing my limits.
Turret plating will fall. Enemy has been slain. Shut down. Double kill. Slain an enemy.
How is he so fast?
Is godlike.
I mean, I know he had this passive thing right here. The scuttle. And I know when he triggers his 3 hits, he gets movement speed. But, like, it felt like he was running so fast for so long.
Losing is just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, but still, I binded him for 2 seconds, and then I slowed him for an additional whatever. Like, he was running, like, 550 move speed for, like, 10 seconds. He doesn't have water walking. So he doesn't have sorcery.
I don't have dark secrets. I have bright
Oof. Now they're getting to camp top. Oh, Jesus, they're roaming middle. Jarvan, I don't know about going into that, man.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy rampage. An enemy is legendary.
Ooh, I've never been here before.
They're probably on Rift. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, Shy Guy. Funerals are never good. Echo's all that matters, but it's going to be really hard to kill him because he's got his ult. The Taric ran through our territory, so it's probably all warded up. I'm gonna try to stall. Yasuo rushed Wits. He's 0-4 and rushed Wits End
Be the light.
against a Cho'Gath who's going full tank. They're probably all about to. I don't have enough wards. They've cleared a lot of them. Okay, Dragon's up soon. Like, no one even budged. Like, we could have killed him.
An enemy is unstoppable.
I don't know if Nightbot's on or not. I couldn't see if it logged him out or not.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's like the Taric Sona late game is really good. The problem is we lost every lane. It's usually a problem. Word on the street, that's not a good outcome. They have a lot of hard engage. I'm dead.
An ally has been slain.
I mean, they just have what they need. They have like an unstoppable team fight in the mid to late game. Got a big tank, two big tanks with lots of disruption. Hyper carry mage is difficult to kill. And then the Sona Taric for just so much healing and sustain. I don't know what J4's thinking. I mean, the Tristana played pretty well, but everyone else is like, I feel like just doesn't know what they're doing on the champ. This Katarina's a one-trick cat. She just, maybe she got really far behind early and Maybe that's a really bad matchup. Echo just steamrolled her. Yeah, J4 keeps, like, charging into these things with reckless abandon. I'm just going to ult this. They're definitely going to sweep that. Like, 100% they're going to sweep that and come over here for Baron. Try to get down as many wards as I can here. I mean, maybe they screw up and we catch them, but... Katarina's a one-trick type of champ. She's really bad if you fall behind because she doesn't offer any CC or... Most of the time, well, I don't know. Cats are usually pretty good just because they're one-trick people. I'm not going to steal it from Cho. Oh. He literally flashed and engaged on me. I was standing right here. So he's literally able to go from here over to here with his mobility. I think cats can be good. If the enemy doesn't have a lot of CC. The problem is they do. They have Nautilus and Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's silence destroys her. He's got his knock up, everything, and Nautilus's kit destroys her. But she got beat by Echo one-on-one. I mean, Echo does have the reset with his R. I don't know that matchup like super well. I might just ban Sona with this. I mean, we didn't lose because of the Sona, but it does make it really hard to win, like, late game. If the game does go late. And it would stop this Sona Taric business. He's trolling. He got 2 Lich Banes. But it doesn't matter. I think he's trolling. Yeah, I just can't cut through the Sona Taric.
An ally has been slain.
Maybe he didn't. He traded it for something else. Maybe he just forgot. That makes me feel bad that we lost to that then. No perfect KDA for you, bud. Got him! Woo! Gotta wreck that KDA, baby. I mean, cool thing about a new champ is, like, at least you get to feel like you're still practicing some mechanics and stuff, even in blowouts. It's like, okay, I got to at least practice my skill shots a little bit. I mean, it's that way with every champ, but feels a little bit less if you have, you know, under 1,000 games on a champ. Like, it's like, do I really benefit a lot from practicing my skill shots with Nami? I mean, I guess, but it just doesn't feel as rewarding at a certain point. The Trist did all right. I wanted the Trist. That's right, binded him in the fountain. The only way we can kill the Echo that game. Alright. Okay, yeah, let me see if Nightbot is logged in or logged out. It should be logged in. Should be logged in. On hit or tank Shyvana or AP Shyvana. You should get, I think it's Runic Echoes, Nashor's Tooth, Death Cap. Is it not working? I mean, I can sign back in, I guess. Let me see. It should be logged in, as far as I can tell. I don't know, maybe it's something like that. Okay, vampire counts. It depends on which legendary lord. With Isabella, I'm trying to remember for the base game and not Steel Faith overall. Vampires are really good early. So you want to, like, she gets a building at level 2. Then they have something in the blue tree that gives them an extra, like, vampire for each lord. So you want to try to get, like, 5 or 6 vampires early as Isabella. As someone like Manfred, usually, like, good units, obviously, like, Graveguard are going to be really strong. I'm trying to remember because the stats are different in Steel Faith, but historically, like, Graveguard and Crypt Horrors are very good. Karen Wraiths can be pretty good too. But I think just a nice front line, if you can afford it, and just get a bunch of upgrades for Graveguard and then Crypt Horrors. Depends also what you're fighting. If you're fighting dwarfs, if you want to go for like Zufbar early, or if you want to go for the humans early. But I think both of those are pretty good. You can go Black Knights as well. I don't remember. I think Manfred gives some bonuses to Black Knights, but I much prefer Monstrous Infantry to Cavalry in a lot of situations. It's just better in combat. Usually it weighs more. It has lower unit models. Yeah, that's what I would get early. If you can afford it. Like, those are your major units, but you'll probably also have to put in some zombies early on to fill out your army to save on cost, or maybe, you know, maybe sprinkle in some skeletons. If it's Empire, you might have to, if they have some Cav, like some Empire Knights and stuff, you might have to get some skeleton spearmen, that type of thing. I'm just gonna ban Sona. Yeah, I think those are the two mainstream units. And then later on, Blood Knights are really good. Those are some cavalry that you do want, but they're not until tier 5, usually. Vargulf at tier 4 is pretty good. I don't think Vargeists are as good in the base game. They're really good in Steel Faith overall mod. But yeah, with Shyvana, you want to go AP Shyvana with kind of the poke build, I think is the best, because it can't really be kited out and it scales really hard later on into the game. Hopefully we don't get demoted here. We might. I mean, we have had a really big hot streak, and of course they go Hecarim. We'll stick with the horse that got us here.
Let's light it up.
Shifty eyes. We could go for Aftershock against Hecarim. We kind of need to go Morello's here, but maybe not. Cult building. Oh no, man, why? Is he auto-filled? No, dude, you're a good Draven. Why would you? I mean, I guess it's a good combo with Lux. Like, if we don't really have great initiation, if she does hit the arrow, you know, it does kind of make sense. I think I was going to go for the high damage. I'm going to switch over to Gathering Storm, though, because I think she's going to heal through a lot of the harass in the laning phase. I guess I can bring back the status thing here. I haven't done that in a little while, but I could update that between games. A pretty team.
The sun is shining. We should too.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Lighting the way.
You're gonna be pushing in this lane?
30 seconds
I think
until
so.
minions spawn.
Should have maybe put that a little closer to the bush, but
I don't have dark secrets.
Total War 3 Kingdoms. I'm not sure. I haven't really done a lot of research on it yet. I'm gonna have to research it and see. Whichever one is probably the hardest, or like rated as the hardest, I'll probably go with that. What's the biggest issue with Malphite support? He almost literally doesn't do anything pre-6. Like, that's the biggest thing. He, like, rolls those little rocks at you, which costs a ton of mana and don't really do that much damage. So he just gets massacred pre-6. Post-6, he does have a nice ult.
Shine with me.
But he just doesn't really have any scaling. He's just, like, one button, you know, pretty much, which is nice, but, like, Nautilus is just a better version of that. It's like, yeah, Nautilus is going to CC a bunch of people too with one button. I mean, Malphite does probably higher burst, but...
The superior tactic is to never give up.
Just like there are other champs that do similar things that are stronger. Like that's what the main issue is. And we actually pushed a bit harder than I thought we would. Kind of over pushed him here, so Poro's not going to spawn on him. Oh, come on. Soraka was close enough. It only gave us one.
We can do this.
Dude, don't take the passive. What? Okay.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
I don't have any mana, bro. Wait, yeah, like this is the last wave, and we gotta get out of here. Idiot. Like, I mean, Hecarim could have been anywhere on the map and eventually have gotten there. Like, why are you pushing past river with no vision when I don't have any mana? Your support's backing, like... That's just very frustrating. We're giving away free kills to them when we should have had a huge edge in this lane. I mean, she was going to die either way, Aqua. I was considering not even trying to get involved in that because I knew she was pretty dead anyways. And I didn't want to risk dying myself. Or having to blow my flash.
The world has seen enough darkness.
Oh, it's like, it's just a golden rule. Like, whenever you get a kill, you push in, you back, you buy something. Like, I know she probably wanted a BF sword or a Bilgewater or whatever, but you have to back and spend your gold or you have no advantage. Especially when you're supporting your jungler out of resources. Okay, Hecarim's top. She heals so much off of that. It's just so depressing whenever you get a hit.
Keep believing.
Oh my god, she got it? Really? He has smite, right? No, he doesn't have smite. Okay, fair enough. Ekron's gonna get his red, then he's gonna come bottom for sure.
I am good.
Oh, I thought... Damn it. If I would have hit the Soraka, I probably would have killed her. I thought she hit the Kaisa with the arrow.
If you can smile, you can be the light.
Yeah, that jungler is pretty smart. That dude's smurfing. He's like gold 1 or something. He's a Rengar 1 trick. Oh, it's so dangerous, man. Don't do that by yourself. Scuttle's gonna be up in a second. Dude, come here.
Ooh, I've never been here before.
Rampage.
And we could have contested it, but we can't. Okay, so we need to push this out so they can't drag. Why was he so injured? He just killed the Scuttle, right? Maybe he skipped Scuttle and came down. Really? How the wow, how did he still have his ult? Oh my god. I guess maybe he didn't use his ult the first time. We overstayed. I need to quit doing that with this stupid ass Ashe. I keep getting baited into this. We get one plate, we back.
Just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
Of course he's going to come back. If he has his ult, yeah, because he knows we don't have anything. Like, why wouldn't he come back immediately if we're overstaying by like 30 seconds? Well, yeah, it's a party in a bot lane when you have two squishy
Leading the way.
ranged champions with no escapes. Of course he's going to come there. I didn't think he'd have his ult. I didn't think he'd be that fast. Good follow-up, Ash.
Enemy killing spree. Unstoppable. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Man, we'd be completely blowing this game open if we didn't give those free double kills to the Hecarim. It's unfortunate. I know Hecarim's dead, so we should be able to clear this. We are up a ton of CS. I mean, we'd be completely bulldozing this lane if we didn't give kills away. Well, yeah. I mean, Soraka's really low, like, because I chunked Soraka and she didn't back. So, you know, Ash can 1v2 this lane. Basically, because they have to play so far back. And Kai'Sa's really far behind. I mean, Kai'Sa's back like 50 CS.
Reveal what is hidden.
Nice. Please, I want this. It's like, oh god, Annie one-shotted me because I have absolutely no magic resist against an Annie that's 3-0. What's up, Lux?
We can do this.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hearts aglow.
Legendary. An enemy has been slain.
What the hell's wrong with this kid?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Thank you for the campaign.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Has been destroyed.
Thanks, Casey.
slain. Legendary. Double kill.
Nice. Ash doesn't have her arrow yet. I need to go by. Let me get my control word here. Yeah, I do get some money on ads that play. I don't run any mid-roll ads. So it should only show up at the beginning. Unless they've started putting them in the middle. But I don't, you can manually put them in if you want. So there are some content creators that do like an ad every 30 seconds or something. Or we'll do like 4 ads in a 10-minute video. Dude, he's right there, like we saw him. I don't do that. But yeah, it does. You get paid, it's called cost per mil. So that's like every 1,000, what they call impressions. That's people that see it. You don't have to watch the whole thing. If it's a skippable video, you can press skip and that counts. So it's like every 1,000 people that watch, your CPM, cost per mil, might be something like $5. So every 1,000 people that watch an ad, you might get $5 off of it. Something like that. It's very complicated. It depends on the country. It depends on the kind of ad that they're watching. It also depends on your overall status within YouTube. I'm pretty sure if you're a bigger name streamer, so if you have like 1 million followers, your cost per mil is going to be higher. So like if you're a YouTube content creator with like, you know, 10 subs or something, you might only get $2. Cost per, like every 1,000 people that watch might only give you $2. But if you are like a YouTuber with 1 million subs, then you might be able to get like $20 per 1,000 views. Because you're a bigger name, you're going to have more reach, you're going to have more influence, so ads are going to be worth more on your channel. YouTube tries to negotiate this with you. Forgot about the Kaisa ult after he tags me. Yeah, I could do my longer stuff on separated videos. Maybe you're just better at jungler, Captain. I don't think it has to do with the role necessarily. Yeah, Hecarim actually doesn't flash. No, Hecarim didn't flash. The Kaisa ulted to get onto me.
The thing about light is, it never really dies.
We should have backed up. I mean, we have to play around Rengar, obviously. Well, pop-up blockers or like ad blockers or whatever. It depends on what you mean by pop-ups, like random stuff that pops up. Yeah, that's shady, but sometimes they still have these little banner ads that like pop up pretty unintrusively at the bottom of your video you can just exit out of. I think those are fine, but yeah, popping up a whole new video is ridiculous. Yeah, they're nowhere close. Yeah, but Annie randomly went bottom without teleport, so... Give me that sweet... Sweet. Look at that shield. Assist. Yeah, Hecarim's OP. I usually ban Hecarim, but... I don't know. I'm trying out banning Sona. I just recently lost to Sona Tarek, so that's kind of partially it. But Sona's also, I think, pretty good in the Lux. I don't know. I should maybe just keep banning Hecarim. Yeah, Hecarim thought I was dead, but I got the second part of the wand with that huge, huge shield. Like the 300-something shield. Well, I mean, Hecarim in general is just a big problem a lot of times. That Ashe actually, aside from pushing up way too much in lane, overall, she did pretty well. The poke of Ashe Lux, in theory, is pretty good. I mean, the thing about Lux, I did record a whole video about her. It's kind of long. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, but I did a new Lux guide, sort of incorporating all the stuff I've learned over the last few days with her. That I'll probably release tonight. I was going to release it today, but I was just so tired. Still did more damage than the Orianna and the Riven, even like with the full support items. Okay. What are we at LP wise? I'll try to keep up with that counter in the bottom. Okay, so 18. There we go. Aurelion Sol can be good for solo queue if you put a ton of games on him. He's really weird. He's hard to learn. But if you do learn him, he's great. I keeping up with the counters. Sad face. I don't know what Omni Lux means. Oh, you mean the guide? Yeah, the guide's just for Lux support. I don't know. I mean, maybe she's better in mid lane than I think, but I think it's primarily a support thing. I consider her more of an enchanter that's like kind of an AP champ rather than a pure AP champ, and I don't really like enchanters in the mid. I mean, she can work mid lane. It's just she can't really roam that well, and she's very vulnerable to ganks. Professor Graves skin. That would be kind of fun. I never play Graves, but... I think part of what makes a really good support is it's a 2-on-2 lane, and you have some good 2-on-2 stuff. You know, your bind can hit 2 people, your shield can hit 2 people. You have really like long distance poke, and usually you're with another 80 carry who's ranged, so they can poke too. I'll bet Hecarim, I'll bet. So it's like you can win if you're a really good Lux middle. I like stuff that has a lot more mobility in mid lane right now. Or at least, I don't know. I mean, maybe she's better than I think. But like good mids right now, I think are things like Zoe, Vlad. Oh, it's a pretty strong middle. I feel like Talia is really underrated. Xerath is pretty good. I mean, Xerath and Lux are similar. I think Xerath has more range and more repeatable, like, garbage he can throw at you all the time, like lower cooldowns. Nah, I don't like Brand middle. I mean, she can. Yeah, Malzahar. I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience on it, but I think that, like, part of what makes her a good AP Enchanter hybrid bot lane is her itemization. The fact that she can get Athenes and Ardent Censer and comfortably use them without a lot of gimmicks. I think makes her really, puts her in a very unique spot from the support role. Could be a Xerath support, yeah. I'm a Hungus. Yeah, I've done the Aftershock thing. It's pretty good if they have assassins. I do like the I kind of like the Comet build better though. Vagar, God. That's probably what it is, though. And, of course, they get the E. I hate Master E. Nocturne, thank God. I mean, Nocturne's really frustrating, too, but I think he's more manageable than Yi. Okay, so we're going to get blasted in this lane, one way or another. I guess I can just go Lux and try to just match the poke of them. I mean, I could do something like Soraka, but I don't want to do Soraka against Nocturne.
Let's light it up.
Trying to think if I want to go airy or not. I guess we'll stick with Comet. Hey, what's up, Ryan? How's it hyping? Yeah. It's Vhagar middle, which is a lot better for us. I feel like Malzahar is way better into Vhagar than he is to Xerath, so...
I've been hiding my light long enough.
You must have high MMR, Grey Graves, or there's someone dueling that's pulling you up. I'm not sure.
Welcome to Summoner's
I mean, that
Rift.
Rengar last game was like gold 2 or something.
30 seconds until minions spawn. First blood.
Why? Don't... Why? Like, what are you gonna do? I guess maybe they're hoping to take his blue. At least use your wards. Like, none of them even use their wards.
Minions have spawned.
I mean, he's obviously gonna hold his skills like a low diamond, high platinum person.
Lighting the way.
It'll estimate your MMR in op.gg, but sometimes it does get a little squirrely because it matches you based on your position now. Oh my god, for real? Well, at least he's paying a high price. Well, I hope he vertical jungles and gets the blue, because his blue's definitely going to be gone.
Cherish the shadows.
If I dodged that Q, I probably could have just walked out of it. Oh my god. Well, I mean, that has completely wrecked this lane, and Kayn just backs. Like, why? You know the whole bot's probably gone, right? I mean, let's see if I'm right or not. If I was Nocturne, that's what I would do. I would just assume that I'm showing bot, so therefore he's going to take my whole top jungle, so I'm going to take his bottom jungle. Like, that's what I would be thinking. Well, he didn't, actually. Okay. I don't know what he did. I guess he just went to his own raptors or something. I don't know. Oh god, I'm probably dead.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
We'll get one potion here.
Keep believing.
No! Why?
Ally has been slain.
Why would you knock him away, Vayne? I guess they got a heal out of it, but... yeah, dude, at least, like, tumble. Like, if he flash... I don't know, like, going for the flash E into the wall at this level, probably not a good idea, because they're just going to flash also, if they're paying attention, but...
The superior tactic is to never give up.
like, that wasn't even close to a pin. It's, like, straight down the middle of the lane.
An ally has been slain.
I don't have dark secrets. I have bright ones.
I mean, maybe she didn't see the Kayn coming and was just going for a light trade. I don't know. I mean, he pinged it. Hey, what's up, Elmer? I really hate having Vayne's on my team again. She just don't do anything in the early game. I mean, I guess her CS is close. Okay, I guess she did mess it up. It wasn't even remotely close, man. Like, you shot him right down the middle of the lane. But I guess, I mean, she apologized, so whatever. I gotta be careful. Obviously, if I get stunned, I'm dead, so. I mean, they might be on Dragon. They do see Kane top.
An enemy has been slain.
I assume that has to be Water Dragon, right? Which is going to be terrible for us. Giving Xerath a Water Dragon is, yeah. You have to camp bottom. Like, if you want to win solo queue, you have to camp bottom. Because if you give them drags, especially a Water Dragon, like, that's so much more valuable than a kill. Especially on something like Xerath, because now he can just spam all of his stuff. And Ashe, too. She has a lot of poke. So now my poke doesn't matter, and they get, like, infinite poke. They really, honestly, probably need to nerf Water Dragon, like, in the early game. It's just, like, it's so ridiculous, early game. Just give, like, less out of combat and then more in combat. Who died? Okay, we got the Nocturne, I guess. Hey, thanks for the sub, Nader. I appreciate it. Well, yeah, I mean, the Nocturne forced my flash, level 2, didn't pay anything for it. No, I should have dodged the Q. So we were under pressure from the very beginning. Then Xerath hit a nice stun on me under tower, and so I had to take a bad back, so now I'm behind in levels. So, yeah. And then we have Vayne, who doesn't do anything until, like, minimum 1 item, usually, like, closer to 2 items. But, I mean, we can still kind of come back if Vayne starts getting some, or, if our team just starts getting some kills. The Dragon was rough, but maybe that helps. I mean, if that helps Mundo not get obliterated by Jason lane, maybe that's worth it. Thanks to Chase round. Thing is, it doesn't even matter if I poke him because he's just gonna heal it all back up with Water Dragon. This dude here or what?
Pushing my limit.
Guess we should have just backed off the tower. Did he flash and stun me, or did he just normally... I think he flash stunned me, didn't he?
An enemy has been slain.
Like a diamond.
An ally has been slain. Your turret
I should have just ulted the wave and run away. I think.
The spark is.
He did ping that Nocturne was going to be there. I'm pretty sure Xerath flash stunned me. Could have been Ash Arrow too. I was looking over at the Nocturne when they did stun me. I don't know if it sees this far. It might. It's a flash stun, yeah. I took my eyes away for a second to look at the Nocturne and they caught me out.
An enemy has been slain.
Ooh, I've never been here before.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Are you freaking kidding me?
An ally has been slain.
I should have ulted the Vagar. I didn't want to steal the kill, but I couldn't ult Xerath. Like, it wouldn't have done enough damage to Xerath. Maybe it scares him out of his ult. I'm not sure. Okay, Blue Cane. Blue Cane might be able to save us. I think it's far enough ahead. Why couldn't I ult? I thought I was pressing. Was I pressing the wrong button?
Turret plating will soon fall. An
Damn it! I was trying to ult from like really far away.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
Lighting the way.
I am so far behind in this game.
Stay positive.
I don't think she can beat him. Yeah. Nocturnal, gonna kill the Vayne, just push past tier 1 with Dragon
Ally has
up.
been slain. Shut down.
Yeah, it's no help because you're pushing up. You're on the wrong side of the map, man. Mundo might be in trouble there. Maybe not. How did I not get a reset on that? I thought they killed it within 2 seconds.
The shadows.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Ionian boots this time. I'm just so poor. And I need movement speed right now. I kind of gave up on her early. Maybe if I full committed with that better.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Well, we're getting back into this. That was like one of the worst starts. I mean, I wasn't like chain feeding, but I was broke. Very, very poor. And I was not like getting a lot of poros. So that was rough.
Pushing my limits.
An ally has been slain.
Alright, I'll take it.
Aced.
Losing is just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
I'm gonna grab that just because it's more cost efficient right now. Well, I mean, he might just be better than you, man.
Home is where the spark is.
Yeah, but their Jace has all of their kills, and he's fallen off pretty hard. Like, Mundo can probably 1v1 him right now.
Ooh, I've never been here before.
I need to get more vision down, but we gotta get priority.
Rampage. Double kill.
Jesus. Mundo gives no flips.
Team has destroyed a turret. Aced.
Mundo doesn't give a Mundo. Okay, he doesn't have ult.
Turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Ally has been slain.
I have to body block an arrow.
Lighting the way.
Mundo doesn't have ult.
Dominating.
Just trying to get him a little low.
You have slain an enemy. Has been slain.
Well, there goes our Baron. I've still got it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Why? Now we're all tilted.
Stay positive.
I don't know why we can't just wait. I don't get it. What's hard about that? Yeah, but it's not good. Like, we're ahead like 1 kill. Like, we are scaling, but that's a really important dragon. Because Kane's a one-shot champ. Already it's getting hard for him to one-shot people now. He needs that extra AD just so he can do anything. Yeah, it is about the map. It's also about Infernal Dragons, allowing your assassin to scale. Like, it's not a trivial steal.
Superior tactic is to never give up.
I mean, I'm not going to surrender, but I'm certainly not going to be happy about that. I didn't see who flashed. Vagar flashed. Okay. Okay, Nocturne's bot side. My wards should still stay up for Baron. Freaking Ash.
Banish the shadows.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Got like 50 people on the Mundo. Basically ended for me, that's fine. I mean, you can one-trick Vayne. I think there are better options. Hey, thanks, Illis. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I can't tell if that's an I or an L. But Illis or yes. Thanks so much. I think the best one-tricks are probably Draven and Twitch. I do have a whole one-trick video. I have two, actually. One from last year and then one for this year. Sort of, it's the two best one-tricks, and then I have an honorable, like, 5 honorable mentions for each one. We're not diamond yet. No, we're working on it. It's unlikely we get it in one day, but hopefully within a week or so. We'll see. I mean, we've been Platinum 1 several times this season already. I don't know why this is tripping. There we go. If Kane had Infernal, that'd be Penta. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to put us in queue, and then I'm just going to feed the cat really quick. Yeah, the Mundo was doing great. I mean, if you don't end the game by, like, 20, 25 minutes as Jace, you're probably going to lose. I mean, he even had 9 kills. You just get kited, just blown up. It's kind of like Pantheon. You're on the clock. It's a big gamble in solo queue, I think. Unless you're, like, a Korean pro player. Okay, I'm going to put us in queue. I'll be right back in a second. I mean, if you're winning with a champ, keep playing it. What does that put us at? I'm going to try to keep us updated here. 37. Not getting as much as we did the crazy last couple of nights. I'm not sure really what was triggering that, but hey, I'm grateful for everybody here, though. The YouTube gods do what they will, I suppose. That was pretty random. I mean, we got like 240 views last night. I guess it's, well, it's not really that early tonight. We got 240 last night. The night before, it was getting up to like 150, but the trend had been closer to like 100 to 120. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something promoted it, or a certain channel just promoted it. I don't know. I don't know. All I can do is just log off a Nightbot and log back in. Let me do it again. Okay. Should be logged back in here. Maybe. I don't know. You would think Diamond would attract more people. Oh. Okay, I can top, but I'm picking Yasuo XD. I don't think I like the sound of that. So wait, this guy's playing 80 carry, but he doesn't main 80 carry. Then our 80 carry main is playing top, but he doesn't play top. And then we have another auto-filled support, or a filled support player. And they have really nice scaling and assassins. I'm gonna dodge this.
Let me guide you.
I'm not playing it. Nobody's playing a champ. Like, the only person who's even playing the role that they main is Vi. Like, everyone on their team is a threat to carry. We're gonna lose every lane. Oh, thank God. Kassadin's really underrated right now. That champion is ridiculous. In solo queue. People just never punish him enough. God, one of them dodged. The Akali player dodged. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one. Wait a second, so we don't get that crew again on our team. Nightbot's down tonight, DM. We don't know what's up with it. I've tried logging out and then logging back in. But I do have a box in the bottom left that tells you my current record and current rank for the night. Or the bottom left. I don't remember if I said bottom left or bottom right, but... Why? I mean, Yi should just be like... I don't know. No, I haven't played Dota. I played Dota, like, very, very briefly back in 2013. I really don't play anything other than League of Legends and Total War, honestly. Well... Like, what they should do then is make more skill expression in his kit, but take away his hyper carry status. Like, that's how you make him more viable in high elo, I think. Like, take out his true damage, add normal AD, and then just add more, like, maybe every time he gets an attack, it lowers the cooldown, on kind of like a Xin Zhao thing. Every time he auto attacks, it lowers the cooldown on Q or something so that he can Q much more often. Like, just give him more untargetability, mobility, that type of stuff. Make his E into something more fun than just press it and it empowers your attacks. I don't know. He's got such a simple kit. They'd probably just need to rework him. But I mean, one way to, like, if they just want to do something quick with him, would be to take away his true damage, make it AD, and then give him, like, more uses of Q for better gap closing.
Let's light it up.
Support his troll. The champ sucks. We got another off-rolled support. Well, maybe that guy plays Karma somewhere else. I don't know. Man, if we get like Ivern, Karma, and Lux on a team, it's not gonna be great. Well, I think they're buffing Darius, hoping people will play Darius. I don't know why they want people to play these, like, fairly low skill cap champs. When I'm watching, you know, pro games, I want to see Irelia. I want to see Akali. Like, those champs are fun to watch. Now, they were too OP, for sure. But... he's not as good on Jarvan. Momo God. Momo was a that was a character in Xenosaga, which I really liked that game. That game was very philosophical. Had like crazy cutscenes though, like 30-minute cutscenes or something you'd have to watch. It was like watching a movie kind of. This guy good on Ahri. He's okay on Ahri. I guess. Yeah, I think it might have been a PS2 game. I think it was PS2. Xenogears. So Xenosaga was supposed to be a prequel to Xenogears. I remember the first one was good. I think it was a trilogy. The second one... I don't know about this karma business. I don't know if we have enough carries for that. So I'm not in love with this team comp, but it's like... It'd be a 10-point dodge. I don't know what Karma's doing. It is a one-trick Karma player, but... No, it was a pretty cool... It was a pretty cool RPG. It's a turn-based RPG. JRPG, they would call it. But it had a pretty cool story to it. Interesting characters. It's like embedded with all of this like Nietzschean philosophy and things like that. Existentialism, I loved it. It was just put on your beret and sip some coffee and play it. Nah, I don't know. It reminds me, there was this younger girl at dance, back when I was a dance instructor. Actually, I met her at this party the first time. I forgot about that.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
For some reason, she was at this college party. I was like 23. I'm sure longtime viewers of the stream will remember this. I should have put it maybe in there, but that was a little scary. But I met her at this party, and we were talking a lot about just random stuff, and then I figured out she was like 16. I was like 23 or 24 at this college party. I was 23. I was a senior. And, anyways. So, she was really cool. She was cute, but I was like, that's not worth 10 years in prison. And, but anyways, we kept talking, just on Facebook. Like, she wrote some poetry and stuff. It was pretty cool, but I gave her this book of mine. I bought her a copy at McKay's. It was like $5 or something, called The Stranger by Albert Camus, this French existentialist. And I thought it was a really cool book. I liked it a lot. But then she told me years later, when I saw her again at dance, that it had really like messed her up for a while. Just like completely blown her mind in like a bad way. Her dad asked her where she got that book. He wasn't mad about it. He was just surprised that she had it. I still think it's a great book. I don't think it's that groundbreaking. It's just like, okay. You know. I thought it was kind of liberating. It's like, okay, life doesn't really have meaning outside of, you know, the meaning that we give to it. And that most of society is socially constructed and that a lot of people just fake a lot of stuff. I don't know. I thought, I was like, okay, cool. We're kind of in control of our own destiny. That's fun. What did I take? Oh, my comment's on cooldown. Okay. I was like, why didn't the comment go out? Melody, that's right. Yeah, man. Statutory rape, not a good thing that you want on your record. Rumor has it it's not good. I mean, she was very mature for her age, and I'm not really like a predator or anything like that, you know. But at the same time, it's like the law is the law, you know. And it's fine. I mean, you can actually like, rumor on the street is you can actually be friends with girls without actually trying to have sex with them. It's weird. Oh god, if I hit that, I think we would have killed him. Jesus, this guy. But yeah, so that's where I learned it's like, yeah, some minds are just not, like, books are actually pretty dangerous things. Just like any information for the unprepared mind. Even if it's a good idea, it just may not be the right time for that idea, you know?
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah. No, he's wasting a lot of time. Hopefully our jungler, sounds like our jungler's making stuff happen. Dude, this Lux is like giving me flashbacks of like pre-nerf Janna, where it's just like the champion is so strong in so many situations. It's like you're trolling if you don't go for that champ. Damn it. I think I flashed onto the chompers or I would have won that. That is unfortunate.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
A mind comp. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that one. I've skimmed through a little bit of that just to see what it's all about when I was younger. Couldn't really read a lot of it. It's a lot of propaganda. It's not really like that philosophical. For those of you that don't know, it's like Hitler's like journal or notebook or whatever. Thought it was edgy to buy a copy of that at like a used bookstore. I mean, I'm not a neo-Nazi. I didn't believe in that. I was like, ooh, a forbidden book, you know, that type of thing. It's like I got a copy of Justine by the Marquis de Sade at a used bookstore, which is like, I don't know. I actually didn't. I've never read it. I just wanted it just to say that I had it. Marquis de Sade's like one of the biggest monsters that wrote literature. He's where the term sadism comes from. There's this French lord that was just like obsessed with like writing torture porn or something. I don't know. It was like BDSM stuff, which I don't guess is exactly the same thing. I mean, maybe that's an unfair characterization of him, but he was prosecuted and sent to prison for vileness back in the 18th century. So I think he's a pretty bad dude. I mean, like I said, to be fair, I haven't read his stuff, so maybe it's just mischaracterized, but it seems like not a good guy. Those double kills on Jinx are not good. I feel like there's a gank coming our way. Who's doing well? Nice. A lot of people are doing all right, sort of. Yeah. Oh my god. Holy sh... I misplayed that terribly. Not playing this game very well. I don't know how we weren't able to run down that Jinx originally, though.
An ally has been slain.
Damn it. And we don't outscale them, I don't think, so... is going to be one of those bad games that I have, I think. I don't know. I need to get it together.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
They're not. That's not enough to kill him. They get the dragon? Yeah. A while ago. I should have been more aware of that zap.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down.
I don't think Ari outscales Mal's.
Pushing my limits.
I don't know.
Has been slain.
Hey, thanks, Kifo. I appreciate it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
We might get dove here.
Double kill.
Ah, Lev, I need to go back to gold, man. I don't know. I haven't had a great game, but yeah, I mean, she's messing up a lot of stuff too. whoa, 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 what? I thought we were done. Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, why do we go back in? Yeah, we'll just move on to the next one.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
Oh my god. Well, that explains a lot. He's like 10. It's not a Sivir player. The guy's just bad. I don't know. I mean, that was a terrible game, too. That's one of the worst games I played in a while. I got caught by way too much stuff. I just disrespected the mobility boots on the Thresh that last time that I died. Well, not the jungle fight, but the one before that where I hit the bind. I mean, that was close to a dodge. If it was going to be a... Aftershock is good in some situations, but... I mean, it's not result oriented. I was winning a lot with Aftershock too with Lux when I was doing that earlier. It's good if they have a lot of all-in, dive. If they have an all-in, I mean, like, maybe it'd be all right against Thresh, but really, like, we were playing well early. And I would have died in those ganks, too, like, even if I had Aftershock, when Thresh hits me with those hooks a lot of times. Like, I would have been fine the first time Sivir got that double. We could have turned that around if I just didn't flash on top of the Chompers. I tried to flash over them, and I think I flashed right on top of them or something. Hey, thanks, Kfo. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to help you out with that stuff. I don't know. Maybe Sivers are particularly toxic. I think she's pretty good overall, though. All right, what are we at? 17? 20. Oh, we lost 17. Okay. I thought we lost 20 and we went to 17. So, I mean, that was close to a dodge. If that was a 3-point dodge, I probably would have dodged it. But it was a 10-point dodge. It's like... I don't like enchanters in top and mid lane. We just didn't have enough power. It's like, really, I think the Sivir had to do well. We were doing pretty well early on, though. Like, I think that Jarvan, they were making stuff happen top lane. We just fed bottom too hard, but... Hey, thanks, Kfo. I have not coached entire teams. I've had a team ask me, kind of an amateur team ask me, but they, you know, they didn't have any money they could donate, and so I just couldn't find the time for it earlier this semester. I had so many other requests. Which reminds me, I need to get back to this this guy about his, he's going to have me proofread his thesis or something. But yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in looking at that kind of stuff. Now, I haven't thought about sort of like team dynamics, team meta, and stuff like that is a lot. It's a lot harder, you know, than individuals, because you have to really understand the different players and like the pro meta game really well. You have to have like very deliberate like practice tactics and things like that. It's very different than like solo queue coaching, because someone, you know, might be a very good one trick, or like maybe, you know, they have special pocket picks they could do, like pick ban and stuff like that matters a lot. And you have to study like the enemy, like the opposing teams and things like that if you're trying to do your job well, so you can practice strategies that'll be good against them. It's like, okay, you know, this week we're playing against this collegiate team or whatever. You know, you'd want to get the scouting report on them, figure out who's good, who's doing what. My team does have like a small time esports sort of organization, and I talked to the guy who is involved at that university, but they're not really that big on League. They do it some, and my schedule's so busy I just wasn't able to do it this semester, but I might revisit it over the summer or the fall. They tend to do a lot more like fighting games than like Rocket League, and it's a bit more of a casual, but they do have some, I think they did have a team that was competing in like some minor league collegiate circuits or whatever. I don't know. I need to get back in contact with him, because he's a very good connection. I have so much going on. I really need to finish my dissertation this summer, or at least like get a good chunk of it done this summer. Let's see what we're working with here. Draven. Wait, this guy's a 42%. Oh, he's duo queued with a platinum 2. So I got playing Cat. Yeah. Ah, hell, I guess let's do Lux. Can't really think of a lot of situations where I wouldn't want to pick Lux right now. Yeah, replay coaching. Well, usually it's 25 if someone's not a member on the channel, but, you know, for your first one, I can do 20. That'll be fine. If you want to do that, just let me know. And you just send me the replay, and then I open it up in the client, and I talk about it on stream. Yeah, I think we'll go with this setup. Everyone's on champs they play, for the most part. I think the jungler, not so much. Yeah, maybe should have gone Aftershock against Leona. So we're probably going to win top lane. I don't know. This is the second time someone's picked Echo into Katarina, so maybe Echo is really good against Katarina. Oh. Yeah, I don't do, like, it's hard for me to do voice comms, like a live coaching type of thing with voice comms. We'd have to do it over something like Twitch or YouTube or something, because there's going to be a delay. I mean, like, what most people do is they just donate for the stream, and we just don't even do voice comms, and people, if they have questions, you know, they just ask them in the chat, and then I just answer them in the chat. And then if you want to pop on Discord or something, like, afterwards, we could talk about whatever. I get, I mean, maybe we could do a screen share or something like that.
We should too.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
The superior
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Maybe we could do something like that. I don't know, just... Plays.tv. Okay, I'm not... Do I have to get an app or something for that, or can I just watch it on something? Like YouTube? I don't even think I have Skype installed anymore. I'd rather use Discord if it's going to be something like that.
Minions have spawned.
We'll have to talk about it. Like, maybe we could do something like that this weekend.
into battle with hearts aglow.
I meant to put the the Poro is going to be late. So we're going to get pushed in a lot, so I'm probably just going to put it here.
Lighting the way.
Oh, they both have PTA. That's interesting. Yeah, this lane's gonna be super annoying. Draven's one of the toughest lanes for pretty much any time, because he's just so aggressive and he gets a lot of lifesteal, so you can't even really poke him down. You can't all in him. Like, it's pretty much like either you get a gank or you're down 50 CS in the laning phase, especially with something like Leona. Damn, Yorick is getting busted up too. We really need Yorick to win hard. They do so much damage. I think she beats him, right? Okay.
Double kill.
I think I gotta go.
The world has seen enough darkness.
Oh, boots here. It's even hard as a support to beat Draven, honestly. I mean, maybe with Zyra if you catch him, but I think she beats Misfortune. I mean, I don't know. If you hit a lot of Qs as Misfortune, you gotta push. Damn it, they're gonna freeze us out.
I don't secrets. That's right, one.
Who's winning? Okay, Cat. Well, Cat's behind in CS, but oh. Yeah, Lee's on the bot side of the map, and she just gave him a perfect freeze. It's really dumb. So ridiculous. Draven gets 1 kill, has the same items as Kaisa, who got 2 kills. I didn't see which way Lee went. Yeah, eventually, dude, but they froze you. Like, you're down 20 CS, man, because they froze you out. It's like, see, told you it was cool to push like that. It's like, no, it's not, man. We do have some pushing towards us, so she's probably only going to be down 15 CS or something here in a second, but if they dive us right here, it's going to be real rough. Could have flashed, potentially. That's so dumb. He wasn't anywhere even remotely close to me. And he walks up and autos me like once. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I should have taken Aftershock this game.
Pushing my limits.
If I had W'd and then flashed immediately and then Eater, I think we could have turned that around. Damn it. This Echo matchup, maybe it's just really, really bad for Katarina. I don't know. It's the second Katarina one trick today has been crushed by this Echo matchup. How is Yorick getting destroyed by Shen in lane? He's down 30 CS. What? How does that even work? Well, Shen is very good right now. I just thought Yorick pretty much beat every matchup top lane if he's left alone, but
Ooh, I've never been here before.
maybe I just don't know it. Jesus. Dude, they're like in front of our tower.
An ally has been slain.
Like, they're literally sitting here behind our tower. We should have backed. Hey, what's up, Maximilian? Yeah, these are the Starbucks. Like, Leona just is like, Leona Draven is so OP if they never get ganked. It just looks like it's impossible to lose. What a joke. Maybe. I mean, you got dude following you, though. I don't have ult for a little bit. Is that Shin ult? Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, what? How did that Q not hit him? Can someone look at that replay? Did that Q hit him? Looked like it literally went straight through him. Well, the Shin saved the Echo in that play. Oh, he flashed it?
An opportunity to shine even brighter.
He must have flashed it at the very last millisecond. I can't tell because he has so many jumps. Just get that stuff, guys. Like, why are we?
Your turret has been destroyed.
What are we doing? We're all dead. Why? That is so stupid. That's like Iron 4 macro. It's like, okay, they're really far ahead of us, right? They just killed our top laner. Let's go take a fight to them. Let's go opt into a 4v5 versus them. Instead of, like, taking middle or dragon or whatever.
An ally has been slain.
Like a diamond.
Wait, is this? I'm getting all my games mixed up. I think the jungler is the guy that's like a gold 1, that's like a 42% win rate, that's duoed with like a platinum 2, that I think is the Katarina. That's why he has no macro. It's like because he shouldn't be playing at this level. He's not ready for it. She dies, right? Right? Oh my god. How did my Q not hit her? Like, I threw it straight through the middle of the bush.
The thing about light is, it never really dies.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy is unstoppable.
I should have taken a 10-pointer on this. Yeah, this is the duo game.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to be mean or anything. It's like, but dude, if you're gold 2, like, there's a reason you're not platinum 2 yet. It's not to say you can't be at some point in the day. It's like if I duoed into a diamond 2 game, it doesn't even let you do that in platinum. Like, once you hit diamond 4, the lowest you can duo with is down 2 leagues. So, like, a diamond 4 can't duo with a platinum 3. There's a reason for that. But for some reason, if you're under diamond, you can duo a full league down. You can have a platinum 1 duo with a gold 4. I mean, I haven't had a great game either. I've been caught a lot, and that was a really hard matchup, and I should have taken Aftershock. So I'm not blameless here, but that's something that's fully preventable, you know? I don't have enough kill threat to get him. What do I think of Lissandra's support? I don't think she's that good. I've tried her. Like, it seems like she should be good, but she's just too short range.
The world has seen enough darkness.
And yeah, I mean, just no one else is doing well enough to carry this this guy. I just can't do anymore. Landing multiple binds, but like Leona Draven just snowballs so hard. I mean, they're just better than us. Yeah, after we lose this game, we're going to be 2 and 3. We had a really good run yesterday. I mean, we're kind of due for some shaky games, but at the same time, this one should have been dodged. Maybe. Is this it? Is this the multi-kill? Yeah, I mean, we need to get something here. We just don't have lane priority, though. We can't go even get... We can't get anything. Our jungler is so far behind. Like, jungler is by far the worst role to have a weak player on your team. If you want a weak player, obviously, or honestly... Probably support. If you can ward and just, like, not die a lot.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Really? That got revealed by that? Am I gonna get collapsed on? Yep. I should have just run. How do you know when to dodge or not? I mean, it's not an exact science, but, I mean, I have a whole video about it. But pretty much, if you're just thinking about LP and not MMR, which is your hidden rating, oh crap. Okay, I think we're back. Sorry, just refresh if you need to. I don't know what happened there. Little lag spike. But basically, if you think you have less than a 40% chance to win, and it's a 3-point dodge, you should take it. If you think you have less than a 25% chance to win, and it's a 10-point dodge, you should take it, assuming that you're gaining and losing 10 LP. That's, like, mathematically when you should take those dodges, but how you calculate that is variable, of course. God, we have no damage. I guess we forced a Shen ult, but... Like, this one was close. I probably should have dodged this one, because it's like... And I give you a couple of different theories on how to calculate your win percentage. It's, like I said, it's not an exact science, obviously, but... It's like, if you're going to lose at least 2 of your 3 lanes, that looks really bad. If there are 3 or more people playing champions that either they have a really bad win rate on or they have low experience on, that's bad. And if there are 3 or more people that are playing champions that aren't really that strong in the current meta, that's bad. So, like, looking at this, we pretty much see... I thought that Yorick was going to win lane. I don't know how Shen beats him. Shen has virtually no wave clear early on. Yorick should just be able to auto-push him to tower. So I was thinking, okay... I was thinking, okay, Yorick's going to win lane. Cat might go even here. We're going to lose bot. And then Kayn can outscale the Lee. So that's probably a favorable matchup. Yorick should be able to outpush the Shen later. So, but it was just really iffy because I knew we had this gold 1 player with a 42% overall win rate, not just on Kayn, but like his entire account. Like, if someone's 49, 48%, it's like, okay, you know... That's close enough to 50. But, like, 42 is really, really low for, like, overall account-wide. I mean, people are going to have bad win rates on certain champions. I mean, I've got plenty of champs that are close to 40% or less. But if that's an overall account win rate on something that has, like, more than 100 games, that's really rough. So, but that Echo matchup seems really bad for Katarina. I've seen Katarina get destroyed twice today off of that Echo matchup. So maybe that's a lot worse than I think it is. So, yeah, I mean, and the jungle thing, it's so hard to win when your jungler's bad because, or weaker than the other jungler, because that just controls the entire pace of the early game, and that, you know, dictates a lot of snowball, like, too. And, like, you can't do dragons, you can't really get scuttles, you can't really do anything in your lane if your jungle is really far behind and always in the wrong spot. Like, our lane, there was, like, virtually no way we ever win that lane. Even if I take Aftershock, it's just too strong. Like, we got a couple of kills early. I mean, maybe we can, you know, outplay them a little bit. But in 2-on-2, even if we were up, like, 3-0 in that lane, they still would have had kill threat on us, just because Leona Draven is so oppressive. Like, if they ever hit a piece of CC, it's like insta-death. So why don't more people play that? It's like, well, in solo queue, they probably should, but, like, at higher level play, they don't, because you'll get camped by the jungler and killed, because they have no escapes. I would have still died, Jolty, in most of those situations. I wasn't walking away with, like, you know, I wasn't going to walk away with 10 health. I was getting overkilled almost every time. Maybe the first time. I mean, like I said, I probably should have taken Aftershock there, but I was getting overkilled every time. Like, I was dying, like, really, really fast. Maybe I would have been able to flash out a couple of those times, but I mean, I should have taken Aftershock there for sure, but we still would have lost the lane really hard regardless, so I should have just dodged the game. And, like, Draven gets a lot of lifesteal early on, because he gets lifesteal, but then he also, like, his Q triggers extra, like, it does a lot of AD that also triggers lifesteal, so he just heals a ton off the minion wave. No, Jolty, we lose that lane every time. Like, even if we were 0-3, or, like, we were 3-0, we still would have lost. Without any jungle threat. Shade was thrown. Why don't I play Pyke? Pyke requires pretty heavy snowball. If you don't snowball, he's pretty worthless. Doesn't have that much utility. Like, he's got a lot of offense, which is really good, but I did play Pyke a good chunk back when Tank Pyke was a lot more viable. But he's alright. He's just really snowballing. He's very dangerous. What is that link? Main role for League. I also have a video that's like how to choose champ and role that we could link. We'll just do Lux again. I don't know. I was winning on her a lot. I think it's pretty, like, it's good with Jen also. But we'll do Aftershock this time. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. We'll respect the Thresh a bit more. No, it's not the one-trick guide. Hold on, I can pull it up while we're loading. And for those of you new to the stream, hey, thanks, Victor, for the sub. I don't remember if I shouted you out or not. We have a lot of content on the stream as well, or on the channel. The stream is really cool. Did Chris Hemsworth actually put on all that weight? Or was that CGI? I felt like it had to be CGI, right? There's no way I mean, I know some actors do that, but maybe he did it. I don't know. That'd be some dedication. How to choose a champ and roll. Yeah, I think the delay is actually much, much lower than it used to be. YouTube changed some stuff in their algorithm. We were getting a hell of a lot of viewers the last 2 nights also.
Welcome to Summoner's
The sun is
Rift.
shining. We should too.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Until the blades.
Yeah, so that video is how to choose champ and roll.
It hurts so good.
Keep believing.
Oh, God. No. Bail, 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 bail.
Spawned.
It's something not real. I don't think he did that. Who is that? I forgot that guy. The dude that plays Batman. I always forget his name, but he does crazy body transformation stuff. And like Charlize Theron did that for that movie Monster that she won an Oscar for. Maybe, Adam. I really don't think... I mean, I'm sorry if you felt that way. I really don't feel like I've changed. Like, I don't think I was negative to begin with, especially compared to a lot of other streamers. But, I mean, if you felt that way, I'm sorry. I'm glad you think I'm not, though, now. I guess that's good. Like, if you came in and I'm like an 0-9 loss streak or something, I mean, I'm not going to be the most chipper person in the world. But I think I'm pretty reasonable about it. No, they reset a bunch of stuff on my stream that I had to, like, redo. So I think they did change stuff around with the streaming platform. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Thanks, Kfo. Maybe. I don't remember. But either way, I'm glad you're back. Glad you're hanging out.
We can do this.
I really think a lot of it is algorithm related.
Smile. Everyone is watching.
I really wish I had Comet and Scorch here, but... Not having mana flow ban. You guys flash. Did Kaisa flash also? I didn't think she flashed. Maybe she did.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Okay, nice. That's a lot less poke. If I had Comet, we definitely would have killed him right there. If I had Comet and Scorch. Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know. They use heal. Whoops. Yeah, not having mana flow is really rough too, early on. Maybe I should be doing like mana flows. I don't know. Relentless Hunter is so good though. He's probably dead. And it's Master Yi.
I want to see everything.
I'm gonna do boots just because against Thresh.
Killing
We'll just do it that way. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone
Shut
something
down.
else.
Hearts aglow.
I don't know.
Enemy killing spree.
Stay positive. Shine with me. Everywhere I go, the light follows.
An enemy has been slain.
If you can smile, you can be the light.
Breathe in the atmosphere. Two, three.
I guess that's alright.
Losing is just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
Probably should have ulted faster. Oof. What happened there?
An enemy has been slain.
I was just trying to... Was I pressed the wrong button? I was just trying to R that. I guess so. Yeah, he's OP as hell. I mean, been saying this for a long time. He's like the premier Smurf champ, booster champ. Ari might come down on us. She's just clearing my control ward.
Pushing my limits.
Movie Boost Thresh is so annoying. Nah, Nidalee. I mean, Smurfs can play Nidalee, but Master Yi is by far the most popular one. I think. Irelia is probably up there too, like Irelia and Yasuo, but very few people ban Yi compared to some of those other champs, and he's like one of the best 1v9 champs in the game. And he just does everything. I talk about him all the time whenever I do a one-trick video or a jungle tier list. He can team fight well, he can split push well, he scales well, he takes dragons well, towers. I mean, he just does everything. He just has a weak early game if you punish it.
Shut down.
Big plays.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Yeah, mana's definitely a lot tighter without mana flow. I couldn't get through the minions to get to her.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't have any mana. Did she ult? I don't think she ulted. We need to roll out. I got no mana.
Has destroyed a turret.
Lighting the way.
The old nerfed Irelia, man.
Ooh, I've never been here before. Keep believing.
I mean, it's never good if you have filled champs on your team in general, but I think that honestly support, if you have to have somebody that's filled, I don't know, it's tough. Yeah, top is one of the other ones that could maybe be alright if they play something useful and don't feed. The problem is, like, tanks aren't that great in top right now. They're better than they were a few patches ago, but...
We can do this.
What do we... I mean, I guess we can just get... Can't even get a book off of that. Whatever. That's fine. We'll just save the money. We do carry through bad tops more than any other role, I feel like. But I think that you you definitely do not want your jungle auto-filled. I think mid getting auto-filled is kind of rough too. Because then you lose pressure and you get roamed on the whole time. Is he soloing Baron? Yeah.
Killing spree.
Really? Fucking hell. I guess they would have that warded. I should have control warded it before I tried that. Yeah, you're not a moderator, Eric. Why would you think you're a moderator? Hey, what's up, Kevin? Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. There can always be really bad. You'd have a wrench. I don't know. Maybe that was a... I don't know. Maybe it was a bug in the system. You'd have a wrench next to your name if you're a moderator. And I'm the only one who can pass out moderation. And I did not pass you moderation. No offense. But Thought she was gonna let him get away. Damn it, I forgot about the ghosts. The ghosts are so ridiculous on Ari. Yeah, we should have backed up. I wasn't even respecting the ghosts. She used them on me earlier too. Hey, thanks for the sub, John. I appreciate it. I know it's a thing.
The thing about light is, it never really dies.
I just wasn't paying attention to just the amount of gap closing they had. This is getting really awkward.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Everyone is watching.
I mean, I wasn't gonna get middle fast enough, so